All right, this is OXDF, and I'm looking at day 8, Advent of Code 2021. And I've just been reading through this challenge. It's the most complicated by far we've had yet, but I don't think it's going to be that complicated to solve. So I'm going to try to explain it. But also, I'll have a link to the challenge if you want to go read it in the description below. Basically, there's going to be this concept of an 8-segment display or seven-segment display, where basically there's 7 lines. So in here they're labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And they can be used to make all the numbers 0 to 9. And here's the representations. And basically I've got this challenge where I'm going to be given this line here, and the first group here, there's always going to be 10, and they are going to be the letters that make up each of the 10 digits. But the issue I have here is I can't match AB to what is A and B up here. But I can say this is the only one that's too long. And because I know one is too long, it's got to be 1. So the A and B are connected to C and F. I don't know which one's which, but that's okay. And so I'm going to get each of the 10 here, and then I'm also in the same line going to get 4 outputs, and that's the 4-character display, what the results are for that line. And so I will get, actually what I'm going to get is a bunch of lines, and they're going to look like this, and each of them are going to be different. So each of them is an independent puzzle on their own. So you can see here that, like, for example, the 1 must be B and E. Here the 1 must be C and B, or B and C. You can, the order is not relevant here. In this one it's ED and ED. Okay. So I can already feel part 2 is going to be asking me to solve the challenge, and I think it's pretty doable actually. But for part 1, all they want me to do is look at the output values, so just the 4 values after the pipe in each line, and count the number of times I see the codes for 1, 4, 7, and 8. And the reason 1, 4, 7, and 8 are special is because they are unique in the number of lines they use. So like 1 only uses 2. If we look, we can look through here. So 0 uses 6 lines, as does, let's see, 9 uses 6 lines, and 6 uses 6 lines. 2, 3, and 5 use 5 lines, and then the rest of them are unique. So 1 uses 2 lines, 4 uses 4 lines, 7 uses 3 lines, and 8 uses all 7 lines. So the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 8 are unique. As soon as I see one of their length, I know exactly which one it must be. So it basically wants me to count how many times in the output do I see those values. All right, I'm over here in my Linux VM. I've got a little stub started here. All I've got so far is that it's going to open up the file I give it. It's going to read in the lines. It's going to apply strip to each of those lines so that I don't have to worry about white space. I don't even know if I need it, but it's just easier to put it there. And then let's get started. So we need to keep a total count. So we'll do count equals 0. And then we can do for line in lines. And for each line, we're going to split it on, let's take a look at the example here. For each line, we're going to split it on pipe. So we'll do, let's see, digits and display equals split, equals line dot split on pipe that. And then for now, we're going to almost certainly come back and process digits in part 2, but for now we don't need that. We can just process part 1. So what we want to do is a loop over, so we'll say, let's start a list comprehension, x for x in dis.split. So that's going to give, this right now will give me an array, each of them will be 4 long with the 4 strings in it. But I don't actually want x, I want to do 1 there, and I'm going to only get it if len of x, so if length of the string is in 2 for the 1, 3 for the 7, 4 for the 4, or 7 for the 8. And so then for any string that is of the length of one of those 4 things, it's going to put a 1, and it's going to put nothing otherwise. So now I can just sum that up, do count plus equals sum, and I think I'm basically done. Let's give it a try. Part 1, count. Run this and see where we might have screwed it up. Python, day 808, sample, 26. I believe that was what I had in the data here, 26. So let's go back and try it with the input. 261. Here, 261. Submit, and we got a gold star. All right, and we're on to part 2. See if it's what we expected it to be. So through a little deduction, you should now be able to determine the remaining digits. Consider the example above. Careful analysis, blah, blah, blah. Digits. Then the 4 digits would decode to blah, blah, blah. You decode each of them and then sum them up to get a result. Okay, we can do this. So, let's see. I think the easiest way to show this, grab the backup here and grab these, work out the logic here. Okay, actually I'll go up here and work next to it, I guess. So to start, there's 4 we can identify instantly, right? The 1, len is 2, 4 is 4, 7, len is 3, and 8, len is 7. So those 4 we get right away. The other 6 fall into 2 groups. I think I said this or talked about this earlier, but 0 is 6 sides, 2 is 5 sides, 3 is 5 sides, 5 is 5 sides. So 2, 3, and 5 all have the same number, and then 6, 0, and 9 are all missing 1 side. So how can we figure out what they are? Well, we can start to look at what we know. And so, for example, when I look at it was 0, 6, and 9, 6 is the only one that won't. So I know the 2 objects that are in 1, those 2 have to be in 0 and have to be in 9, but they won't be in 6. So I can say 6 is len is 6 and 1 not in 1. Hopefully that makes sense. So then I can say for 9, 9 actually has a 4 in it. So B, D, C, and F right there. 6 doesn't have a 4 in it, but it doesn't matter because we know that one already. And 0 doesn't have a 4 in it. So 9 can be len is 6 and 4 in spaces here. So then I can say, 0 is len is 6 and not other 2. And so that leaves the next ones, and we can do the same kind of thing, I'm sure. Let's see. So 2, 3, and 5. 3 is going to be the only one that has 1 in it. Len is, let's type that, 5 and 1 in. And when I say 1 in, I mean 1. The 2 sides of 1. I think of 1 as a set of 2 objects. That is going to be a subset of 3, where it will not be a subset of 2 or 5. So let's see. 2 is we know almost all the other ones by now. So let's see what part we care about. 2 has, looking now for something. Difference here is going to be 2 sides or. There's nothing that goes down the whole way. Okay. 5 is a subset of 9 in 9. And then 2 len len is 5 other. So that'll work. So that can be our logic for how we figure out what to go on. So now we just need to implement that. So let's go up here and start coding again. I'm going to just leave that. That was quick enough. That loop was quick enough that we can just leave it for solving part 1 and do another loop. So we'll do for line in lines. And so we'll do the same thing. Digits display equals line split. And now this time we're gonna want to process. First, we're gonna work with digits. So we'll say digits. We overwrite digits again equals. When we run digits there, we're gonna have a string that is space separated. We do an example. So digits right now is going to look like it's going to be this string right here. So I want to digits.split on the space, and that'll give me an array. And I actually want to create a set. And the reason I'm going to use a set, oh no, I don't want to use the set here. I want to use, so I'll have now an array. So I'll have like the string BE, the string CEF, BEGAD, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm going to loop over these. I'm going to create an array. I'm going to create a set for each one. And the reason I want to sets is going to make this very easy to work with, because now all of a sudden order won't matter, and I can easily do things like is subset and things like that. So so we'll do our normal list comprehension, like x for x in digits.split, and then I'm just going to do set of x, and now my string of this will be a list of each of the things. We will also go ahead and create a result equals that. So now we can start to set things in here. Let's see. So we can do, this is where we get to our rules. Okay. So we do x for x in digits if len x equals 2. And that's going to only, this will be, I think of the easiest way to like remove this from the, that'll give us, so if we then, we know there'll be one of those, we can put a 0 on there to get it off. Now we have the set, so we can say result sub equals that. Reasonable. So we can do the same thing for 4, 7, and 8. Paste, paste, paste. Result sub 4 x for len equals 3, 7. Actually, I didn't mean to do 3 there. I think I meant to do 3 here, 4 here, and 8 will be all 7. Okay, so now I've got the first, I've got those all set, and now I can start to do the rest. So let's see. I want to go here. The next one is going to be 6. It's going to be the len is 6 and not 1 in it. So let's see. We'll do x for x in digits if len x equals 6 and x dot, let's see, result sub 1 is subset or sub, not in, not is subset x. I think that's going to work. And we can do result sub 6 equals, need to 0 on that. All right, now we'll do 9. The ink is here. So this is 9. 9 is going to be still length 6. And this time we want to put a 4 in it. The result, so 4 is a subset of x. See what we want there. And then result of, let's see, what's the last one of the 0 equals x for x in digits if when x equals 6 and see how you say this. We just do x not in result. Should work. See what's our next one. 3 will be len is 5 and 1 is in. Result 3 equals x for x in digits and 5 and result 1 dot is subset x. Okay, up next we will do 5. 5 is len is 5 and 9. Oh, and in 9. 5, 9, 5 is in 9. The 9 is a subset of 9. This time we're going to do x is a subset of result. Have I been doing this right the other way? The 1 is a subset of 3, that's right. Saying 9 is a subset of 4, that's not right. I want to do x dot is subset. No, that's right, that's right. We're saying the thing we're looking for is a subset of results of 4. No. And the thing we're looking for that we just actually think we can do is superset. 4. Oh, it was right before. I'm confusing myself now. 4 is a subset of the thing we're looking for. So in this case, we're saying 5 is a subset of 9. Okay, well, that's good. I'm sure there's got to be an error in here somewhere, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. 2, we can actually just say equals x for x in digits if x not in result. Showing you 1. So with that, we should have all of the entire set of digits defined. Let's test this. Do a PDB here. Take a look and see how it looks after 1. Yeah, we got it here. That has no object is subset set. Yeah, that makes sense. What line are we on? Line. Oh yeah, 26. Is subset set. Okay, let's try that again. Unhashable set. Okay, you can't do that. Dang. Okay, so we'll do can't say x in. Huh? Okay. Sure if we need to think. Let's move our breakpoint up and troubleshoot this with shell. So I can say x for x digits if len 6, 3. Yep, okay. And what I can't do is say x. I say x not equal results sub 6b. What am I looking at? Not equal result sub 6. Do this. Yep. Can't say in result. Okay. So we'll do it slightly longer. X not equal result sub equal result of 9. Okay, we need to fix this down here too. Maybe we'll just do the exact same thing when x equals 5 and x not equal result 3 equal result sub 5. See if that works. Move this back where it was. Run again. Okay, so we're here. See what result looks like. 1 has 2, 4 has 4, 7 has. This is looking good. Like we're solving it. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now we have result. Now we need to move on to the other side. So DISP, we're going to reset this to a, let's see, what are we going to do? We probably need sets as well on this. We're going to want 4 sets. Equals DISP dot split, just like before. And then we will do the same thing we did before, set x for x split. Now disp is going to be the 4 sets. So we want them in order, and they're going to be multiplied by 10. So now we will loop over. So we'll call, let's see. We can do, let's do it. So we're going to do x for I comma x and enumerate this. We're not gonna make this x. We're gonna make this. We're gonna take x. We're gonna look up the value in. Ooh, we really should be doing this the other way. I hate having to change it all right now, but what I really want is the result, the key to be. I haven't saved yet. So I've got this result, right? What I want to be able to do is say, if I say result of 1, it gives me that. If I can convert that to a string, by the way. Dot join, does that work? Beautiful. But what I want to be able to do, shoot, okay, we're going to change around up here real quick. We're going to say result sub dot join and there equals. What I'm doing basically is I'm going to take the one result, make it into a string, and use it as the key. I'll do equals 4, equals 7, equals 8. Come here, and we're going to actually watch this. We can do this with some Vim tricks. I'm going to Control V. Try that again. Do Control V, the visual block, move down and delete that. Then I can Control V, move down, and I will Shift I to insert join that, and hit escape, and it puts it in all of them. Come down here, Shift V again, capital I, that, eight. That, that's looking better. I can do the same thing for these. Delete these. Oh, wait. Then here, this, Shift I, dot, join, parentheses, escape. Nice, and it didn't even, I thought it was worried it was going to write on the empty row, but it didn't. Just need to come down. Ooh, I lost my numbers. 690352. 690. That equals 6. 9 equals 0. See, we have to use our rules to figure out exactly what this one looks like. That is length equals 5 and 1 is not in it, or 1 is in it, so that's 3. And this one is length equals 5. 9 is a subset, or it's a subset of 9, so that's going to be 5. And we'll have this must be 2. Okay, so what basically we've done now is we've made it so that we can give it the code, and then it will return back the number, which is what I want. So I want result of dot join x that, and I want it to be times. Oh, yeah, my I. So because I need the first one in there is going to be actually the thousands place, and then there's the hundreds, the tens, and the zeros. So I'm going to have to raise this to 10. I'll multiply this by 10, 10 to the power of, and then it's going to be 3 minus I. Sum of all of that, get the total, and then I will need total equals 0. I'll add it in. Total plus. Ooh, this is a messy loop. This is a complicated one, for sure. There's about a 5% chance this works on the first run. Oh, line 28. Let's see, where are we? That doesn't close at all. That there. Try that again. 26. E error 1. What does that mean? E error 1. What is this? Oh, as a result. Oh, because, oh no. Dude, this kills my whole method. Because now, shoot. So the problem I'm having here is I've changed all of the how I'm storing it. I'm now using these things as the key, but I can't because that now this is no longer right. Let's undo a lot. Let's go back to where we were. Let's think about the best way to organize this. I could create a second. I'd leave it like this. I guess I could come down here and say X. Let's say results dot index of X. Really, it'd be of join X. Will that work? Um, so let's see. What do I have here? I have result. I should be happy with that, right? That looks good. I'll note the result is not ordered. Can I do? So what if instead of making a dict, make an array equals? We'll just call this for X or in range. We just make the result be have 10 things. Now when we're putting things in here, it's no longer it's a 10. Now it's a because it's a list and not an array, might be I can call it index. See if this works. Not in the list. Is E F G B D C A 8 2 E F G D B C not in the list. Oh, because they're not joined. I didn't join. I'm not. Um, is X in the list? Whoa, that's not what I expected. How did I get? Oh no, that is what I expected. That's actually good. Is that what I want? Um, 39, 8394. Is that one of my what row I'm on here? But 8394. That's what that one is. Sweet. That looks good. And I got a new idea for how to handle the rest of this. I can get rid of the enumerate. I'm not going to use math. I'm going to use strings. Results of index there, and I'll do string like that. Then I'll do join, make it into one string. Then I will make it an int. And total plus equals that. Undo to the point that I got rid of total. I bet I did. 26. Oh, I didn't print anything. Print F part 2 total. This has been a long one today. 6926. Ooh, it's not right. Do a print. We can see the. Now we'll see the numbers going in. 8394, 9781, 8394, 11, 1197. There, that one is wrong. Wow, that 1. How did I miss the 1? Um, that is all right. We're gonna troubleshoot. So we'll say grab that 1 that's wrong. Well, I'm pretty surprised that happened. Up here, we'll do if in line for PP that case. We'll debug this thing. Okay, so line equals that. Correct answer will be 45, 48. How does that possibly work? Oh, yeah, okay, 45, 48. I got 42, 48. Somehow I messed up the 5 and the 2. Only in this case, though. Next. That 1. 3 is good. Okay, so result. What I'm looking for 5 is that it's, what's my rule for 5? Subset of 9. What happens if I possible I'm getting more than one result here that rule wrong and I just got lucky a lot of times? There is 2 that are returning result. Did I do my math? Did I do my logic wrong? Len is 5 and it is in 9. 2 is not in 9. 2 should not be in. 5 should. Oh ho ho. Is 3 is also in 9, isn't it? That's the problem. I bet. So it needs to be is in 9 and x not equal result of 3. Comment this out for a second and see if we fixed it. 61229 sounds about right. Run it with our other input. Another gold star. Awesome. So hopefully they were able to follow that, but I'll do a kind of a wrap up summary at the end because I kind of get going. For part 1, it was really simple. I'm basically just taking this back half. I'm going to loop over. I'm going to split it on space. I'm going to loop over all of them. I'm going to have the value 1 only when the length is one of these 4 values, which I'm looking for. Then I can sum up the results, which will be just a count of the number there, and I will get add that to account and print it. For part 2, I had to use logic to figure out what the rule, come up with rules for what was going to happen. So, started with some processing to handle these beginning ones and to make a set for each one of them, and then I can quickly get the first 4 because they're all unique sizes. And then I just needed to use what I knew about those 4 in addition to the sizes to map out these next pairs of 3. Once I had those, I could get the display side and basically convert that into and get the display side, figure out what numbers those needed to be. And the trick I used here was I created an array of the 4. So I had the 4 displays, created string instances for each of them. I joined them and then turned it back into an int. Alternatively, what I was thinking originally was I would multiply by 10 to the I minus 3 or 3 minus I so that it went in reverse order. But anyway, either way, that could have worked. And it worked for me there. So thanks so much for sticking around to the end. You are awesome for doing so, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks.